All right, we got some interesting stuff for you guys today. So through the information network, we have Herman Hansson's Dragonmaid list from this past weekend. And I am a sucker for concepts. I'm actually really surprised that he bulked down on 50 cards for Dragonmaid. I was actually expecting a little bit more crazy stuff out here, but the waifus are lifeu, as they say. So this is for everybody that was asking. I had a couple people comment on the videos going, hey, can you find Herman's list? Yeah, don't worry. I got you guys. All right, so this is the concoction that Herman played. This is Dragonmaids, right? Just Dragonmaids. We have triple copies of Ash Blossom, Enjoy a Spring. Gonna need that hand trap. We have triple copies of the Black Metal Dragon. So the cool thing with this is you get access to the Red MD just by making the Striker Dragon. I mean, free real estate. That's all you really care about, is this stupid thing is going to commit to the normal summon and get the search. And then we have triple copies of Chamber. On normal or special, you're going to get to add that Dragonmaid Spell or Trap card. At the end of the battle phase, you're going to go ahead and summon the level 7 or higher Dragon or Maid monster from your hand or graveyard. She doesn't actually have her Dragonmaid form in the game yet. I hope she gets one. But as of this stage, she is going to be the Heart and Soul waifu, by the way. We have one copy of Ernest. This gets us the ability to get the special summon of the Dragonmaid monster from the hand. So this will be our extender. Also, she's at 2600 and she can tag down into the level 2. Lapore, you can discard this card, target a face-up monster on the field. Players cannot activate the target's effects on the field this turn. And then this gets to tag down to a level 3 Dragonmaid monster from the hand. Alright, so do keep in mind that tag down is... The tag downs are very interesting in which they've level restricted them, but alas, it is fine. We have one copy of Tink Heck, so this is going to be the discard to get the 2K. Do not underestimate this one. This one is thick. And then we have triple copies of Kitchen, so on normal or special, you'll get to add a Dragonmaid monster from your deck to your hand, except for Kitchen, and then you'll have to send a Dragonmaid monster from your hand to the graveyard, so you basically can send the big dragon. The cool thing is, whatever you search, you can just drop anyway, so in terms of your generation advantage that you're making, it doesn't really matter, because you can just send the big one. Mission accomplished. We have 2 copies of Nibiru. Yay, Space Rock. 1 copy of Nurse. Nurse isn't that good, but she is an extender for the deck. She also lets you tag down Ernest into her. Then we have triple copies of the Parlor Dragonmaid. This lets you send the Dragonmaid card from your deck to the graveyard. Effectively, this will do the same thing as Chamber. You're just going to drop Terminus or Dragonmaid Changeover anyway. And then we have 1 Red MD. Now, do not underestimate stupid Red MD in this deck. This card is going to be your powerhouse extender. This is going to kind of grant you everything that you want. Do not underestimate how good this card actually is, alright? And then we have 1 Dragonmaid Changeover. So this will let you fusion summon your Dragon Fusion monster from your extra deck by using monsters from your hand or field. While this card is in your graveyard, you can target a Dragonmaid monster you control. You add this card back to your hand, and then you return the monster to your hand. So the cool thing is you get your free resource back. You're able to stick the normal summon, if you got this in the graveyard, resolve the effect of the Dragonmaid, bounce it and this back to your hand. So basically it's recurable. They made this spell card the correct way for this deck. We have 1 changeover, we get to special summon a Dragonmaid from our hand or graveyard, and then we get to send 1 monster with the same attribute, but a different level from our deck to the graveyard. Then we have triple copies of Pot of Desires, triple copies of Extrav, maximum draw power, literally. 2 copies of the World Legacy Guard Dragon. On activation, you get that level 4 lower dragon monster. Can you guess who's level 4? And then we have triple copies of Dragonmaid Tidying. So we can target 1 dragon monster we control and 1 card the opponent controls, or in their graveyard. Return them to the hand. Alright, so free banish off of the opponent. Well, basically, you just get to take care of your resources. You can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon a Dragonmaid monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position, but return it to the hand during the end phase. Both of these effects are extremely good for this deck. Like, this card is so freaking good. And then we just have a lot of good generic traps. We have triple copies of Ice Dragon's Prison, triple copies of Paleozoic Dynamiscus, and then we have the heart and soul of this deck. Now, TC Boo would like to have a word with you guys, being one of the best floodgates. It's been a little while, and I didn't actually think that Rivalry of Warlords would see play. But with where we are right now, this is actually pretty freaking good. Also, the fact that your entire deck is going to be dragon-centric anyway, it doesn't surprise me. We have triple copies of Solemn Judgment and triple copies of Torrential Tribute, wrapping up the main deck. Now, extra deck here, we have one Striker Dragon, because you're going to need it. Triple copies of the Heavenly Spheres. 2 copies of Pisty. So, Pisty plus the Spheres is the free summon that you want. Then we have 1 Nova, 1 Macabre, with triple copies of House, 1 copy of Vanitas, and then triple copies of Show. Keep in mind that Shoho is going to be the best card that your deck has going for it. During each standby phase, you can special summon a level 9 or lower Dragonmaid monster from your hand or graveyard. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can negate that effect if you do destroy it. And after that, return this back to the extra deck. And then you get special summon House for free. House, during the standby phase, you can target a Dragonmaid monster you control. Special summon a Dragonmaid monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position whose level is 1 higher or 1 lower than it. And if another Dragonmaid monster you control is returned to your hand, you can target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. I'm actually really glad that they designed this the way that they did, because it allows you to kind of capitalize and get that best value that you want off of it. Extra deck, we have triple Lancia, 1 Pinkertops, triple copies of Gamma Seal, 1 copy of Nibiru, triple copies of Skullmeister, 1 Feather Duster, and triple copies of Twin Twister. Wrapping up Dragonmaid, I want to say Control is the best thing to go about here. Now, the last list I have for you guys, this is a Familiar Possessed list that I believe that this was the only one out of the 244 players. I think it was Daniel Marino Smith that played this. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that. But to say the least, though, this was really nice. So this is Dogmatica, Fairy Tale, Possessed. Just call it Possessed. So we have 2 copies of Ecclesia, the Virtuous, 2 copies of Drawn Lock Lad, triple copies of Fairy Tale Luna, 1 copy of Asa, 1 copy of Iria, 1 copy of Hida, 1 copy of Valina, and 1 copy of Win, with 1 Gizmek, actually. I guess we needed some sort of extra armament to give us damage. I guess. Question mark? I do like it, though. We have 1 copy of Awakening of the Possessed, triple copies of Nadir Servant, triple copies of Spirit Charmers, and triple copies of Ties of the Brethren. And then we have 2 copies of Punishment. I love this entire package just for Punishment now. We have 2 copies of Ice Dragon's Prison, triple copies of Possessed Partnerships, triple copies of Solemn Strike, 2 copies of Torrential Tribute, triple copies of Trap Trick with 1 Unpossessed, and 2 copies of Warning Point, actually. Extra deck down here, we have 1 Verdant, 1 copy of Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 IP Mascarena, with 1 Hida, 1 copy of the Iria. Here's Borreload again. Did I miss something? Did Borreload just kind of rotate his fat little butt back into the format and go, "Hi, I have returned"? I think that's kind of cool, actually. The fact that this card is seeing more play is a good thing. We have 1 Asa with 1 Artemis. Remember, any level 4 lower spellcaster monster is just a link fodder for you to make the Artemis now. We have 1 Access Code, 1 Emerald, 1 Fossil Knight, 1 Five-Headed, and 2 copies of Venentes. And then we have 2 copies of Lancia, 1 Scythe, 1 copy of Pinkertops, 2 Lava Golem, 2 Nibiru, triple copies of Dark Ruler No More, 1 Feather Duster, and triple copies of Artifact Sanctum, wrapping up this chunk of deck profiles for everybody. So, what do you guys think about Dragonmaid? What do you guys think about the power of Possessed? Very interesting stuff. I do look forward to hearing what you guys have to say down in the comments. Please do, of course, share your thoughts. I always like reading them. I don't always respond, but I do like reading them. And I will see your beautiful faces later on in the day. Peace out, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well,
I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCall40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCall40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcallgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.